Hey YouTube, this is Sensation. I'm reporting in for a review today. Kind of late, but today we are going to be reviewing the latest release from Athearn, which would be the SD80Macs. These three would be in the Conrail quality paint. They are not the CSX patch. These are the ones that Conrail would have gotten. I guess the first half of their order from the SD80Macs before, oh no, actually the first third of their order of the SD80s before they were split between CSX and NS. So here we have 4102, 4111, and 4117. Now, I have tested these. I've seen the lights on these, so I kind of know a little bit of the history, or a little bit of functions on them. These would be the 2.0 from Genesis. Let's see. They have, well, they don't say LED on the box, but they are LED. They are Tsunami 2. So, and yeah. They also have the marker lights along the side on the front here. The class lights, they all work. They have lit number boards, ditch lights, and obviously they have lit headlights. Same thing for the rear. It's kind of a different, so the function to actually turn on the class lights is like function 24, which is fine, but you can't, the only way to activate the ones on the front is to put the locomotive into reverse. I don't like that. I would much rather be able to turn them on individually, regardless of direction, because maybe I want to have the headlight off and the ditch lights off and the number boards off and just have the class lights on when they're sitting in a siding. So yeah, so as you can tell by looking on close here, we can tell that the details are really nice along the locomotive, along in the front here. They do also have ground effect lights, which is really nice. All three of these do have ground effect lights, so that's a really nice feature. There's really no difference between all three of these. There's no difference for road number specific detail. There's nothing. There is no difference at all. They all have the triple windshield wipers. They've all got the right number boards. I mean, they all have the standard Athearn Genesis McHenry couplers, which will get ripped out, but for the sake of this review, they're staying in. And they all have the regular ditch lights. Now, on one of these, I think it's 4102, it's got a bit of a running issue, straight from the factory. And now yours won't have that. 4111 and my 4117 run absolutely flawless. This one, however, runs kind of rough. It jerks around a lot and has some running issues. I'm working on getting that solved. But since this review is coming out today, I decided to record this video here and now. I'm not doing, I'm just, I just have 4102 still as is, so I haven't done anything to it yet. The eventual plan is to replace these with Loc Sound and to throw the decoders that are in these into my SD70 Aces, which I have, which need sound, so yeah. The SD80Macs sound is actually a pretty decent sound. I know as standard they do come with multiple different sound files on the decoder, which you can change via CVs. We're not going to go through that though, only because I want to primarily look at the details and on each of these locomotives. And as standard with all Tsunami decoders, There's they come on automatically as soon as you turn track power on, which is why track power is currently off right now. Headlight has obviously function 0. Number boards are function 5 or 6. Ditch lights are 5 or 6. Classification lights are function 24, which I want to change that to be a function that's not in that high range, so I'd like to get that changed eventually. And there's also ground effect lights, which go on with the number boards, I think. Let me go ahead and turn one of these around real quick. Let's see the back side of it. Okay, so now that we're back here, we have number boards, headlight, or reverse or rear light, I guess, and then we have the class lights back here. We also have the, I believe, a sand. I think it has something to do with sand. I think back here, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what sand. That's where some extra sand can go. A sand tank can go. Like the SD80Mac -H's. They're really heavy. They're really detailed. We look along the side here. You can see that it resembles pretty close to a SD80Mac -H. It's just that these are the 80s versus the 90s, which I'm not entirely sure what the difference is. I should probably look at that before I do this review, but oh well, whatever. I'm not a Conrail guy. I just wanted these because these look cool. I didn't want CSX ones and I didn't want NS ones, so I wanted this, so I got the Conrail ones. Plus, I wanted to have these to pull my Triple Crown train, which is kind of a longer train, and these will look nice pulling it. So yeah. Anyway. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lights. I'll go ahead and turn track power on. You're going to hear all 3 of these start up, and then we'll go from there. The marker lights on first before any of the other lights, so let me go ahead and dim my main lights down so you guys can see them. Other thing you'll notice, now that we've got the lights dimmed down, you're also going to notice the ground effect lights along the side here, which actually come on automatically as soon as the locomotive starts up. I forgot about that. So, they do also have them in the rear as well. Let me go ahead and flip them around here. They're right there. Okay, so now that we've seen that, let me turn my regular lights back on so you can see actually. I'll just do the headlight now. There's the headlight. There are the ditch lights, and there are the number boards. I'm going to turn my lights back on. So one other thing I wanted to check out before we move on here. They do have illuminated number boards in the back here. Sorry, my camera's not focusing. It is dark and I can't focus. So now we've seen that, I'll turn my lights back on. And I'll go ahead and turn the rest of the lights on for the others. As you heard, the bell is kind of quiet. That makes sense. I like the bell to be a little bit louder for my liking, only because I like to be able to, hear it and be able to hear it in video. I might be able to hear it in the video when I go to edit this, but I'm not a fan of of how quiet the bell is straight from factory. So I just decided to mute him by pressing function 8. Function 8 mutes him. And in the daytime, you can't see the running lights. And even in the reflection behind here, you can't really see the marker lights too well either. Well, actually, yes, you can. On these two, on 4111 and 4117, the marker lights are more noticeable than they are on 4102. Like I said, 4102 has a few issues that I need to work out. So, yeah. Other than that, I'm actually pretty impressed with these engines. I haven't done a pull test for either one for any of these. The test for these three will come in the form of a triple crown train, possibly. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that on the track or not, if I'm just going to run them with the stack cars. I don't know. So I'll decide that later. But I know what you guys have pretty much come here for. You pretty much came here to see these run, to get to see my opinion on these. Overall, I think they're great. I just wish Athearn's quality control was not predictable. Like I said, these models aren't going to be perfect, and I know it's hard for a company as big as Athearn is, as big as Horizon Hobby is. I know it's going to be hard for a company like that to catch every single flaw that's going to be on certain engines. I got 4102 from Lombard Hobbies, so shout out to them. I got these two, 4111 and 4117, from Main Model Works. And, you're never going to get the same one twice. I mean, I got lucky with 4111 and 4117. 4102 obviously is the odd child out here, where it just has a few issues. As you can see, with one ditch light being not as bright as the other one. This LED, it does function, it's just not mounted correctly in the ditch light lens. So, things like that happen. I just wish that the quality control wasn't predictable, as I said. However, these engines do have pretty good weight to them. We'll see how well those McHenrys can pull with the fact that these are heavy locomotives. So we'll see if those McHenrys can actually do the job of a functioning coupler. I don't think, I have my doubts, but I could be proven wrong. Hopefully I am proven wrong and not right. So anyway, let me get the train onto the track, and then we will do a run by. This should be fun. Stand by. Alright, got the train hooked on. We're running the stacks today, so let's see how these go. So one thing I may have forgotten to add, or to point out at least, on these locomotives, in reality, these do not flash at all. So these don't, these are just on a different frequency than my camera. So my camera can't pick up the steadiness of these LEDs because they're on a different frequency. So yours, when you get yours, or if you already have them, just know these number boards do not flash like this. And this is how your ditch lights are supposed to be, not like on my 4102. So I had my 4111 leading. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of review. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I just want to say I had fun reviewing these, and thank you, Athearn, for coming out with SD80Macs that have never been done before. Or if they have, they're on their yellow box originally and crap. But anyway, again, hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you want to leave some feedback for the next review, please go right ahead. I love the feedback. I would love to hear from you guys what you guys think. If I need to add anything, or if you guys want to add your comments to the video, please feel free to do so. With that, this is Sensation signing off. See you guys later.